Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of Ljubljana Talks. And today with Gorazd we are in Belgrade in a fantastic venue called Ložionica. And our first guest today is Mr. Nikola Dedović.
Thank you very much.
You are the general manager of the Metropol Palace Belgrade, probably the most legendary hotel in Belgrade, if not in Serbia. Definitely a true icon of history of the ex-Yugoslavian territory, connected to all the great names that were visiting the capital of ex-Yugoslavia and today's Belgrade. It is a pleasure having you. Thank you for coming to Ljubljana Talks.
It's my pleasure.
Nikola, how did you start your career to bring you to the point where you are today?
Yeah, so thank you again for inviting me. It's a great pleasure. As I said, I was talking with Mr. Chad that I'm respecting Conventa for last 20 years, let's say. So it's honestly a great pleasure. And if Nikola from 19 years ago, when I started my journey through the hospitality, would see me here, I believe that he would be more than proud, to be honest. So basically, I started to work in the hotels in the hospitality in 2008. So I was at that time third year of the university for the hospitality and tourism, Singidunum University. I was lucky, to be honest, to have an option to start working at the Holiday Inn at that time, because the Holiday Inn was basically the first hotel from the international chain that was open in Serbia after 1990s, which were very difficult years for us, as you know. So basically, it was very hard to start any kind of a position there. And I remember, because of course I was young and foolish, I might say, I went for the interview and I was like guessing that, okay, I'm studying this, so probably they need some managers or something to be. And I was like, okay, probably the sales, anything in the commercial department will be interesting for me. I went there and I was like, okay, what you can offer? And they were like, what do you mean what we can offer? I was like, the position. And they said, we only have the position which is assistant to the housekeeping maid. And I'm like, I don't understand you really. What does it mean? Like, literally, you're going to the housekeeping department working as a maid. I didn't understand it quite well. I was like, so I will be a maid? And I'm like, no, you will assist the maids. So I started from there. So basically, yeah, next 6 months I was working in the housekeeping department. And to be honest, when I see it from this position now, I believe that this was one of my biggest advantages, because I felt the hotel in the right way, from the rooms as they are, because basically this is the reason why the guests are choosing the hotels. So after some time at the housekeeping department, I asked for, after 6 months, let's say, or 7, to be transferred to any other department. And of course, I was expecting something good as like front office, because I understood at the time that commercial departments are way out of my league, and it will be very hard to go there. So instead of asking to go to the front office, they offered me to go to the kitchen department. So I was like, okay, great, I will be a cook. And they're like, no, you will be the one who will be the guy who will prepare the salads. So basically, I was just cutting, tomato, cucumber, and these things. And I was like, okay, probably I need to go through this as well. So after some time, again, it's like 3-4 months, not a lot, I was transferred to the F&B department. And after 1 year, it was like, I came to the front office, and this was like something that I was aiming for let's say 2.5 years. I was there for 2.5 years. After that, commercial department. So basically, I stayed in Holiday Inn from 2008 till 2017. I found myself to be most happy when I was working in the commercial department. So basically, I was covering all the positions in the sales team. And in the meantime, it was happening that, as I said, there were just a couple of the hotels that were open from 90s to 2006, 7, or 8. But in the meantime, a lot of international chains came again. So Belgrade market started booming with the new hotels, and one of the hotels that was open, and it was very great, it was my next step, it was Saint Anne on Vračar. Very nice hotel, boutique, very luxurious, something that we definitely we were missing in Belgrade, to have something like this, because there was only one hotel, Square 9, which was like, which had this kind of service and this kind of the style. And I was there for 4 years. So, and I honestly thought at that time that I would stay much more, but it happened that I received a call from Metropol Palace, and you know, someone who was born in Belgrade, and I was studying hospitality. For us kids from the university, you know, Metropol was something like hotel from the fairy tale. So you know, legend. There were exactly they were the legend, and you know, at that time. So I'm talking about 2020, before COVID. You know, you cannot reject that call. It was like, okay, yeah, let's talk. And as I said, it's like I didn't dare to think that one day I will be able to work for Metropol Palace. Of course, having some experience and the guidance of some older colleagues, it helped me a lot, of course. So I accepted the call, of course. The position was again sales. And as I said, I was pretty much enjoying it. Unfortunately, COVID came literally 2 weeks before I decided to move to Metropol, and we stopped everything. But honestly, during this COVID period, despite it was very difficult, I need to say that I was very lucky having like, the hotel was, basically the whole market was dead, as you remember. It was 5-6 years ago. But there was a situation that one of the Hollywood movies was being, some scenes were being shot in Belgrade. And I just found it out that they need to come, definitely, with all the protocols and the measures that they were having because of COVID. So basically I managed to well, I don't know even what is the word, to beg them to come, because you understand, you have the whole market. Every hotel would die to have the Hollywood crew in the house, because this kind of groups, they're staying for 1, 2, 3 months, and the number of the rooms is pretty much high. So basically, you know, we had an option at that time, you know, either to be empty like every hotel was, or to try to take it. So we did it. So even during the COVID period, let's say from June, start of June, and somewhere till mid of September, the hotel was working very great. And as soon as that finished, you know, the situation in Serbia, we were probably one of the most liberated countries in the Europe with the COVID. So we just opened the borders and it started. And then again, I received the call from Metropol. They were like, "Are you coming?" I was like, "Yes, where I need to sign."
Top. It's a story that basically you've gone from the lowest kind of experiences all the way to the top. So it's a character building experience. Yes. And would you now, if people come to the interview to you, would you put them through the same process?
Probably I would, yeah, probably I would. And honestly, the thing that I'm doing, because I was teach like that, you know, if it was not hard, probably I will not respect it that much. And the thing that I'm doing, that when I was leading the sales teams in the 2 previous hotels, actually in Metropol and in St. Anne, my philosophy was not to take any of the persons, the colleagues from other hotels. I was like, you know, picking the persons. When I see that someone is into something, someone would like to work in the sales, someone else would like to go, I don't know, to be trained as a chef. So, you know, I'm giving especially to the young colleagues, I'm giving them the opportunity to try. So, you know, now we will not lose anything. So basically, I'm like shifting the position even now, and it's much easier now from the position of the general manager that, you know, if I see someone from the reception, okay, let's try, let's do it. And this is something like my way.
It sounds like a coach in sport, actually, a kind of, you know. You need to fulfill all the positions, you know, find the great players, you know, a kind of.
Yeah, but there are a lot of talented kids now in these days, and I believe that the most important thing is, you know, just to give them the chance. And if you find the way place, as you said, like in the sports, if you find them the real role, they will know how to do it.
You work with a lot of kids. I imagine a lot of students come to you for getting the education, starting in the industry. How do you see their expectations? Like you said, you came through the door and you were like, oh yeah, well, perhaps not the general manager, but definitely head of sales, you know, and then you ended up in the kitchen. So
housekeeping. Housekeeping was the first.
there you go, sorry. Do you see this same?
Yeah, but I understand it, you know, because I was the kid who was also imagining that. So when someone comes, it's like, yeah, okay, this is the dream and this is the reality. So basically, it's a good thing that I have a really good support from our HR colleague here in Metropol, and basically she is the one who is handling on the first step all of these young people that are coming. But honestly, you know, in 21 and 22, it was very difficult to find some local kids who wanted to work in the hotels or in the travel agencies. We know the reason. But now it seems that it is coming back to the real story. So, yeah, definitely I would suggest everyone to start from the lowest position, because it's much easier even from this perspective to understand the daily operation and the things that are happening in the hotel. Because I was there, I know what the maid can do and for how much time she needs to do that. Also for the kitchen. I was not an executive chef, of course. I was not a chef, but I was spending the time with those guys, and I'm still remembering, despite it was like 16, 17 years ago, I know what should be the standards and the procedures for all of these departments. So it's much easier for me, but not only to control, it's much easier for me to give them the idea how to solve something.
So if somebody wanted to step into your shoes, how much time do you think somebody who finishes their studies needs to gain enough knowledge, gain enough content, experiences to be able to handle a job like yours?
It's very hard to say, to be honest, you know, because it depends a lot of factors. For instance, for the smaller hotel, like 50, 60 rooms, I believe that it will not need a lot of time. But Metropol, the hotel which has 240 rooms with one of the biggest conference spaces in whole, not Belgrade, in the whole country, you know, you need to have the experience. And if I may say, I believe that if I need to say the number, I believe that 10 years is something which is like a minimum. So
there's a reason behind why I'm asking, because this is also a program that, you know, Ljubljana Talks is seen by a lot of students.
Yeah.
And it is good that such content comes from you, because you're in that position where a lot of people who are watching this program are actually aspiring to. And that's why I think it's great insight into how you see a progression of a career within the hotel industry. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, coming back to the Hollywood movies and so on, can you share some spicy stories or whatsoever? We would like to learn more about that, because it's quite interesting, you know. You fill the gap when the COVID came, but what is going on in that scene at this moment?
No, for me, probably from the sales perspective, because as you understand, my background is definitely, when I say it now, after the whole experience that I had through the operation departments, I was working in the sales from 2012. So it's like 15 years being in the sales department, leading two teams for now. And still, despite I'm, of course, as a general manager involved for all the operation task, I'm like trying to find every day some time to be connected with the commercial teams. So basically my favorite, let's say, my favorite segment in the sales is definitely these productions, but not only Hollywood. I'm talking about European production companies. Bollywood is something that was very interesting in Serbia till, I don't know, 22, I think, or 23. Now it seems that it is coming back. But of course, you can guess that when it comes up to the biggest studios in the world who we had an option to work with, to cooperate, the rider lists are like, you know, you literally, you know, every time you're surprised. So no matter what you've been through, it's like, really, okay, let's do it. So,
but it's possible to please everything.
It is,
to fulfill all the things.
Honestly, it is. The only important thing there is time. So, you know, needless to say that when we are talking about the budget of these guys, the budget is not the bigger problem. The bigger problem is, you know, to find something. I remember that when I had one studio who was shooting here in 22 that one of the main actors had a request for some water, bottled water, who was coming from Asia. And it was like, okay, because you know, all of this, let's say premium brands, you can find it, if not in Serbia, you can import it from Hungary or from Slovenia or from wherever. But after, let's say, because we've gone through a couple of times this, after 3-4 days, we understood that, okay, it seems that in Europe we don't have it. Okay, where we have it? In Asia. So yeah, it was a bit challenging, you know, to try to find. But we are talking about water. So you can guess what else can be done. Yeah. So, you know, I remember one very big Hollywood name that he was asking to make a gym in his suite. And the suite was very big. It was like, it is like 250 square meters. And, you know, he was like, okay, I need to have at least 100 square meters for my gym. Like, okay, and you will have 150, but you understand that then you will feel, you will not have enough space for the regular things that you are doing, because they were doing the exercises there. And basically, you know, it took 3 days for him. We did it like he wanted, and after 3 days he was like, it's not good.
It's not working.
Yeah. What are the options? I'm like, okay, what do you want? No, I don't know what I want. Please tell me. So, you know, it is, at the end, you're again speaking with the human beings. And of course, focus of these guys is not about how the room will look, or the gym will look, or the spa area, or whatever. For them, they came, you know, to do the movie. And then in the meantime, they're remembering that maybe I would need to do something. So yeah, at the end, we took 2 connected rooms, we emptied everything, put the gym inside, and he was more than happy for next 2 months.
Top.
Yeah, but it is giving you opportunity, also honestly, working with these kind of people, you know, meeting these kind of the celebrities. It's a great thing.
But how does it feel when you see your room or your hotel in the movie, you know?
I'm more than proud. Honestly, we had like one shooting a couple of months ago. It was in November. And again, it is American studio. I believe that next year, something in March or February, there will be the premiere. And Metropol will be as a Metropol in that hotel. So you cannot imagine how much I'm looking forward for it.
I can imagine.
Nikola, how would you compare, let's say, your high-end FIT guests, which you have, the film production crews, and especially the celebrities, and then, for instance, your business guests? How do they coexist in a single hotel?
Basically, the thing that is helping me a lot with this is my team, because nobody of us could do it by himself. So I need to say, and I'm very proud of it, that fluctuation in my hotel with the managers is very, very low, probably the lowest in Belgrade. And the main reason is because I have this understanding with all of the team members there. So I'm speaking about the room division departments, the F&B departments, housekeeping, maintenance. So basically all of us are working like together. Maybe it will sound stupid, but it is like that. We are working as a family. So, you know, I'm available for all of them, literally 24/7. My wife is not happy because of that, unfortunately, yeah, because she needs to take care of the kids. But yeah, I know that if they call me in the late evening, that they need something. It's not like they don't just want to chit-chat with me to speak about the weather or how Zvezda play or whatever. So we basically, every day we are starting with a morning meeting. We're going through all the list of the guests, and we are like, we are, you know, making like the puzzle, you know, to make it like, okay, if we have the Hollywood crew or Bollywood filming crew, we are giving them one floor. Okay, for the groups, we know it in advance a lot. So basically we are preparing it for weeks, even months in advance, because when the big projects are in the game, we know like 2-3 months before they come what we need because of the rider list mostly. So we are basically making the puzzle every day. As I said, Metropol has very huge conference facilities, and our Ivo Andrić ballroom is the biggest one in whole Belgrade hotels. We also have a lot of big events, corporate events, MICE events. So
and the terrace, yeah.
Yeah, we have like, probably, yeah, it's I need to say that this is probably the most beautiful conference room in Belgrade. Yeah. But I'm not saying because I worked there, I was saying that even 15 years ago. So sometimes it can be challenging, I need to say, because every guest has their own expectation. But again, the team is the one who is supporting it. So all of us, we need to be in the same line. So without the room division, without the front office, actually without the housekeeping, front office will collapse. If the front office collapses, everything is going down. If the kitchen is not providing, I don't know, proper food, the F&B is taking a lot of pressure and it's going to the sales department, and again, it is going to me. So with the experience that I had in the previous hotels, it is helping me a lot to have the full picture and to think in advance what are the things that we can prevent not to happen, the bad things to prevent not to happen.
We mentioned before that you also have not only Hollywood but also Bollywood events.
Yeah.
How does this fit into your, let's say, the F&B? We know that Bollywood actors and the crews, they have their own diets. They like to take over kitchens.
Exactly.
Do you allow them to take over kitchen, bring in the chef and all that?
Yeah, okay, we this is like a mandatory for them. So they need to have someone who is, covering the Indian cuisine. So either it is a chef. We tried it because I was working if I'm not wrong, 7 or 8 projects from the Bollywood, and either it was they were bringing the chef from India, or they were using the restaurants who were here for the outside catering. So basically, they were preparing the food for them. Also, the rider lists from them are pretty much similar from Hollywood. So unfortunately for us, for me personally, let's say, this market is not that familiar. When I see the Hollywood actor, probably if he's someone from the A-list, 99.9% I will know even how his father and mother are.
Of course.
But from the Bollywood, it's still unfamiliar for us. I remember in 22 that I had a situation that they were saying one very big name was coming to Belgrade. And our Instagram page at that time was full of messages from India coming, is he there, is he there, is he there, is he? And we just start getting the reservations from India at that time, Booking and Expedia and I don't know, so OTAs mostly. You understand, you can guess that the names are coming from this part of the world. And suddenly we were having 15, 20 young people who understood that person, that guest, I will not mention his name, but that he was staying in Metropol and he was posting some content from, I don't know, from his room, from our rooftop restaurant, and they start, checking where he can be, and they came because of him. And I spoke with the producer at that time.
To feel the vibe, actually.
To meet him. It was literally to meet him. And I spoke with producer because I asked him, okay, what we need to do? I didn't have this situation. We had very big names in our hotel from Hollywood. Never we had this situation, never. So how we should react? We cannot kick them because they make the reservation, they are paying the reservation. But of course that they're asking where he is, what he is doing, when they can, and they're like, no, don't worry, we will take care of it. And then, one guy came, suggested them that it's forbidden to speak with him, and they were not happy. But the hype about this market there with the movies, it's unbelievable. It's huge.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I cannot remember when it comes up to the numbers, but the revenue that they're making, it's unbelievable.
So you see this as one of your future businesses as well?
I hope so. I hope so, honestly, because we have a visa issue now with India, unfortunately. But I believe, if it's continue, to the requests that are coming, that it will be great for all of us, because it's not only Serbia, it's not only Belgrade. They are also checking for the other destinations in Croatia, in Slovenia. So for them it's very interesting. Our nature. The things that we have here, it's something that's
different from them.
It's different, and the good thing is, because of our history and the buildings and everything that, let's say, this region was going for the last 200 years, let's say, you have basically the whole world is here. So, Belgrade, one part of Belgrade can be Berlin in 80s.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah,
And then from other side in Slovenia, easily it can be Vienna or Switzerland or German castles.
It's a very short flight away. Because it is interesting how strong the driver of tourism Bollywood is. We worked with them in the past as well, and we would see in the destination how they would, for instance, take Ljubljana for one part of the shot, and then the next shot was, you know, in Italy, and the next one was in Serbia, and they create these interesting medleys, combinations of basically different scenes from all over for one song, for example.
Yes, yeah.
And it's so interesting. It's such a different way of marketing. Very much, very much. And the Swiss probably have the most developed product for the Indian market specifically. They have a whole train that basically every Indian group wants to go on that train to do it. Yeah.
Nikola, let's move to EXPO. We need to ask also about
please.
that. We talked whole day about it, so what
Yeah,
do you
I
expect from EXPO?
We expect a lot. We say that probably next year for all the okay, not only for the hospitality, but for the whole city will be like the game changer, you know, because it should be the biggest specialized expo ever. You know, as I know, the countries that are coming, that confirm already the participation are, you know, they already start asking for the availability, for the prices, for some special conditions. We hope for the best, and I believe that it will come. I'm sure that it will be a very big impact for Serbia, but also for the region. You know, because all of these pavilions that will be filled with the people from all around the world. You know, it is a great option now for anyone from the region, you know, to present themselves in the best way. So hopefully that it will be good.
What about the industry itself, the hospitality industry? How are you preparing for the whole?
Maybe I just have a concern regarding the manpower, to be honest, because it's like, as I said, the kids are from the university, students, not calling kids, students are coming back. You know, they're again interested for the hotels, but the problem will be probably with the housekeeping, with the waiters, because you know every hotel in Belgrade will probably be 100% full for these 3 months, and then you have the location there, which is great. You will have the food pavilions everywhere, so basically someone will need to be there. So this can be a challenge for us. Commercial-wise, I don't have any concern. So you know, we are preparing for that from 2 years ago, basically when we officially got the confirmation that EXPO will be in 27 in Belgrade. Now we are thinking, to be honest, about importing the labor. Just to be prepared. Just to be prepared.
What about the legacy? What do you expect? What will stay after the EXPO, in your opinion? What is important for?
I believe that it will be very successful because it was like, you know, with Sava Centra was built. It's needless to say how small it is, and it's a different project. But you know, it was Sava Centra as it is. It was bringing huge number of business, but only that building. So when you see it from that side, and having in mind that Belgrade Airport now is one of the most connected in Balkans, you know, we are flying to China. Air Serbia is flying to China, to United States. There will be a flight from May now to Canada. So you know, it is easy to bring the people with hotels that are now opening. You know, all of these huge brands that came in the last couple of years, all the hotels with the big names that are already on the market for 20, 25, 30 years, you know, there is no concern from that side. So I think that if the marketing goes good, if of course the service, the personal people who are operating on the EXPO, they'll be good, especially for 27, because it is like the first year, I really think that it will bring a great success to the whole country.
The future is bright, Nikola.
I'm always looking like that, yeah.
We are coming towards the end of our Ljubljana Talks. We do them short and sweet, but before we finish, we have a couple of fire round questions. And these are usually very short questions that we design so that you can answer them, you can elaborate, you can say no, I will not answer. Whatever you want. Planning or improvisation? What do you prefer?
Planning.
Okay. Another one, infrastructure or knowledge?
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Any comment?
Definitely knowledge. But again, it is coming back to the experience that the people are having, and even if something is hard, if you've already been in that position in the past, you will be able to find a way how to skip the issue, the problem.
Jan, the last one from you.
The last one, global impact or local benefit?
This is a hard one. This is a hard one. One part of me will say global impact definitely, but I'm really into the local things, yeah.
One more question to finish. What is your message to younger generation entering into the hospitality business? Because we talked a lot about that.
Yeah, so basically it should be that they need to know that it will not be easy. There are some easiest ways that they can go through the life, but all the beauty that the hospitality is bringing, all the people that you are able to work with different continents, with a different culture, religion, it is something that I'm sure that you cannot find anywhere than in the hotels and the hospitality. So traveling, meeting people, understanding the different way of thinking, I think that every person should have something like that, just to force them to go forward.
Nikola, thank you for being our guest. Thanks for these great thoughts and everything what you share with us. Stay tuned. We are coming back soon.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.